we fought.
Oh
ice
yeah, that was it.
giants.
That was it. Literally
Yeah.
it. Yeah, the whole thing
Yeah.
was just one combat encounter,
Yeah.
where your caravan got smushed by
We
big
met a
rocks.
couple of
Yeah, we were still looting at the end. We still needed to loot them. That was it.
We met the executioners, which was the first thing that happened. I think that was worthy of notice.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, true. You met Hrongar and Lady Maitasian, who were escorting you when your caravan party, after receiving intel which diverted you off the main road, you were led into an ambush.
We need to check that info, where that info came from, because I think we were forcefully put into this situation.
I also want to say for the record, like easily the greatest play of that entire fight was when Asmodean cast Mass Suggestion and a couple of them fucked off.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
So we got attacked by ice.
I finally used it correctly, and it actually worked. So that was fun.
We got attacked by ice giants or frost giants, I believe, and then Asmodean cast Mass Suggestion, and a couple of them fucked off, much to the annoyance of the rest of their clan, who were like, "Where do you go? And the job's not even done." Typical Dave, 12:30 fly away on a Friday night. Oof.
Yep.
And there was a big Yeti monster, which
Big Yeti monster,
which did a lot of damage to you guys.
Fucking kept yeeting me.
I think
It's
it didn't
true.
hit me once.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
I gave Kieran fly for no reason.
No,
Yeah.
the fly.
I flew over and did a cool cinematic kill.
Kill.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was all the that I had that planned. Far ahead.
After it got the very cinematic, picking you up and slamming you into a wall of blades, and then yeeting you into the side of a ravine.
Rude.
So
only hit me once, but nearly killed me.
we're in the.
Hit once there.
We are in the aftermath of that encounter. The last giant was beheaded by Hrongar, who seemingly had very little interest in capturing or questioning the giant. And your caravans seems almost all destroyed. A bit of investigation reveals that one of them is intact, but it was one of the troop ones near the back, which is almost too small for the party, let alone your two escorts and your elven companions as well, because you're still joined by your 3 elven companions.
I start summoning my disc.
Oh, your big Tensis floating disc?
Yeah. At least have someone. Some people can sit on something, I guess. I'm floating on my pillow anyway, so I'm fine.
I still don't know if that thing's intended to be used as transport. I always thought of it as like a.
You can use it. People can sit on it. It's just that it stays 20 feet away from me, so it's like behind me always.
Okay. Yeah, I always thought of it as like a big trolley that you can.
Yeah, it doesn't move if I don't move, so yeah. That's it. Yeah. But hey, it's free transportation, so at least some people can sit on it.
Let me tidy up my shit a little bit, huh? My shit is
Maybe
messy.
like see, I could also summon a horse. That's people can sit on the disc. You can summon a horse. That's 2 people, so that's I think like 3 people can sit on the disc. So that's
I could summon
5
a horse,
people,
but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I know you don't want to sit on the horse. So.
You can make it look like something else.
I can make it look like anything. So I'll make it look like you wanted a tiger, right?
I mean,
I can make it look like a tiger.
I just don't want a horse.
Sure, I'll make it look like I'll summon next after I summon the disc. I'll summon you a tiger mount.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Can you have both of them up at the same time?
Yeah, it's just it's not concentration. It's a summon. So it's
okay.
Why were they all 6s?
Don't
complain. 6 is above average.
I think I do have to make sure I have concentration.
So let me see if I got the. It's 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which is my charisma score, I think.
You
so
don't
it's plus
have your
5.
modifier in there yet.
No, I
The
did. I
last
just
one
added it.
did.
The first two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first two
Didn't have-
didn't, but the last two did.
We rolled 6
Oh
and
wow,
1
you
1.
two rolled 2 ones. That's amazing.
Wait, what?
Are you healing
rolled-
yourself right now? We can just.
Yeah.
I'm doing fucking things, so just roll the dice. Like we're just taking a short rest, anyways.
No.
Yeah.
Mila doesn't really like having holes in her stomach, so like she would tend to that immediately.
Okay.
And I've just burnt all of my level 1 spells.
Didn't you use those?
I gave you some.
Didn't you change your level 1 spells into like a spell slot?
I
thought you
used
did.
I used a one level 1 spell to get a spell point, a sorcerer point back, and I still had 3 left. So yeah, actually, I should
Minus
take
1 of those
Don't,
rolls.
don't you message me with those D&D.
Well, you were
messages,
online
Brick.
earlier. I didn't know if you'd got home.
No, you know I'll never get home earlier than.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lie. I can get home early. I went to Tesco's as well.
Well, there you go then.
Lies.
Oh yeah, I got
Mm.
pizza.
I actually
We
had
haven't really started too much.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Quick question, Brick. It's
Mhm.
WoW related. Is it 7:30 UK time we're starting?
No.
What, the raid tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 7:30 UK time. So I would still
Yeah.
be in time for yours arriving now.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You would just be in time. You would have 2 minutes to get into the raid
yeah.
Oh yeah.
and get summoned.
Probably.
Well, if I hadn't gone to Tesco's and if I'd actually didn't chat for 10 minutes, then I would have been alright.
Yeah, make sure you get back in good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm allowed to leave a little bit early as well.
You might lose your spot to a trial if you're late.
Oh God.
I still need to make sure I'm enchanted and stuff.
I did all
Yeah,
of that
same.
yesterday.
Right. So you notice that Lady Mytasian is kind of poking at the wreckage of Hastamundu, your guide, looking rather
Right.
annoyed.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm
He got
happy he's dead. He
fucked.
was an asshole. But
She just kind of puts her hands on her hips and goes, "There's no fixing that."
I mean, I could
Um,
try.
I was gonna say we could, but do we really?
want to waste so much. Yeah, well, just try it, I guess.
You're gonna use Mendic on him, Penny.
So
1-2 by 1-2.
the deal with Revivify is that it doesn't kind of like reconstruct a body.
No, but
Oh yeah,
don't we
And,
have to like a higher level one?
you would
Dusty
have
should
to,
have raised dead. I think.
Yeah.
you would
That
have to
doesn't
use.
yeah.
build the body either, though.
What does it do?
Oh yeah, Raised Dead also requires a body, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's been past a minute anyway since the attack
Yeah.
started. So
Create
Well,
Yeah.
raised dead is like you got like 10 days or something. You have
Yeah,
plenty of time
but-
for
so what's happened here is that
Half his body is squished.
basically the upper part of his body has just been completely mulched by the boulder. Pretty much the only part of him that are intact are his legs.
that. He's
Oh,
fine.
He's fine.
Just scrape him off the ground and keep on going. We're fine.
Get a test tube and fill it up with pasta juice.
Oh my god. No.
You wanna
Wait,
make him
wait.
into ghoul?
Didn't we do that already with someone else?
No, I was thinking of
we have
of raising
Mogador's
some.
ashes, or we have some of
Oh,
his
we
ashes.
made like brandy cocktail with his ashes or some shit like that.
No, put the ashes in like a vodka bottle or something.
Oh yeah, it turned into like ashy sludge. Yeah, because he put it in
I
a.
mean, I
in
think
a
I poured
wet
it out
bottle.
first, but there was still a little bit left.
Wait, did somebody drink that?
No,
Oh, what?
We handed it to the.
the people we
Oh, the
hired
search
to
party.
find it. Yeah,
How is
Yeah.
the search party going, by the way?
we don't know. I
No,
haven't
they-
gotten a message yet. I
no
would get a
contact yet.
message. Yeah.
I mean, you were kind of told not to expect anything within the first couple of weeks. It's so
Yeah.
lengthy. They're
Yeah.
expecting it to be a fairly lengthy.
They're going to kidnap Pogodo, right? That was the
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Mhm.
basically just like if possible.
take him with.
I'm pretty sure you said if he's unwilling, knock him out, bring him back.
Yeah, exactly.
And if he still wants to go, he can go. But at the very least, he's got some questions to answer.
Yep.
Okay, so After kind of going off and consulting with Hrongar, you see Lady Mytassian kind of rounding up the remaining troops, kind of delegating some orders. And then Hrongar and about half of the troops split off and just start like climbing up outside of the ravine, further down the road, and just heading off, seemingly like towards the wilderness surrounding this ravine area. And she comes over to you and just fills you in, saying that Hrongar and half of our party have gone in pursuit of the of any surviving ambushers, and also to see if they can track down the scout who fed me bad intel. I'm going to need the other half of the soldiers to remain here to clean up the road, get it back to working order, and to divert traffic if needed. So I'm going to escort you for now, but I'm just about to call in some help from the other executioners. So hopefully, if they're not busy, we should be joined by another member of my organization in about 2 hours. So feel free to take about, an hour to rest, but we should be getting moving again within the hour.
How far left have we got to go?
Well, we would have been there by tonight if we'd kept on a good pace on horseback, but sadly, I don't think we'll be able to make it there by nightfall tonight on foot. Shouldn't be too much longer than that. We should get there about tomorrow morning.
I thought we still had a week to go. Okay.
No, we're almost there.
Anyways, I spent the next half hour getting the horses, I guess, and getting a
Sure.
horse
So
up.
yeah,
and,
this is a short rest.
Yeah.
You see Lady Mytassian kind of goes off, and
Or not a horse, a tiger.
she has a crystalline bracelet. She channels something into the bracelet, and 5 glowing orbs almost kind of appear in front of her. And you can't, it's like looking at a TV screen from a kind of weird angle. You can't really see what's in them, but you can kind of make out that she's talking to other people through these orbs.
Okay.
And you hear her basically kind of a little bit of bickering happening as she's trying to arrange one of the other executioners to come help escort you to the capital.
Yeah. Holy shit, that dice.
What dice?
Hit dice.
Remember, everyone gets 17 hit points from me.
Hey.
Inspiring
Temporary?
leader after short or long rest.
Yay!
Nice.
Another
And how are
17.
you inspiring us?
I think I still have them.
Belly dance.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Belly
Look at
dance.
this gaping hole I have in my stomach.
I
So
pulled
watching
a
you
19.
There's a few of those going around.
I rolled
actually.
for that because I wanted to see how good it was.
Mila didn't leave immediately. That's how good it was.
Wow, she actually looked at you.
I thought it just went, oh, what the
She
fucking hell is he
wants
doing now?
me.
You said 17 again?
Aren't you going to leave me? Like, no, let's not be too hasty. Let's see where this goes.
By the way, the temporary hit points, do they disappear at night?
Well, I've come to the thing where I'm going to be using it every morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And whenever I need to use it, so I can use it after a long rest or a short rest.
Okay, it's just because I've still got 5 left.
It just bops you up to 17.
Yeah, they don't stack, unfortunately.
No, I'm just wondering, like, is it night that I lose those?
I would say so. Yeah, I would say at a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, after long rest you lose them, but then I can just hit you back up with them. So.
All of you guys, would any of you guys be trying to listen in on conversation that Lady Mytasian's having with the other executioners.
Oh, I guess Smolian could just, his owl could just be flying above it and listening.
Oh my god, look at those fucking rolls for hit dice.
I'm in shock right now.
8-4-1-1-8-8. Like, what the fuck?
I
You're
use my
getting
owl
all
to
your
keep
crits
track
out
of
right
his
now.
stuff, Brooke, so...
Okay.
Just
I
gonna
can- I
skip fucking ones for the rest of
Do I need to roll something, or...?
Yeah, it would be it would be the owl's perception.
He
I
has
roll
advantage with that, so I still I have to add +3, so it's 18 to that 15 roll.
Okay. I'd say Dusty picks up the voice. One of the voices actually coming through one of the orbs. Sounds like a relatively young female voice, and you hear her saying, like, "Oh, what's the matter, Lady Mytasian? Can't you handle, like, not even a dozen foreigners on your own?" And Lady Mytasian responds kind of curtly, quite clearly annoyed. Margot, we are not gods as much as you like to think that we are. We have 9 highly trained and dangerous foreign agents within our lands, and while we are all certainly capable, one of them slipping off could be a problem, and you know that. So unless you want to suffer the consequences of failure, please, would you kindly get your ass over here and give me a hand?
Yeah, but you're going for a slash.
Oh no.
They don't trust us! Oh my god!
Of course not. That sounds a little bit more dangerous than they don't trust us. If one of them slips away.
No, let's see. Did I hear anything of this, or only Dusty?
No, not really. I mean, you hear what Lady Mytasian's saying, but not what the voice is saying. And you hear through the orb, you hear, "Fine, I'll be about, I don't know, 2 hours."
Okay.
Okie dokie.
And she closes, and the orbs disappear.
I'm gonna whistle and walk away.
Cool.
So, most likely, it takes like 15 minutes each, so 30 minutes, and I should have the disc and the tiger for Kieran up.
Boy.
Cool.
Horse, tiger.
Yes.
What if you just make a horse that has like tiger claws, stripes,
No.
and fangs?
That sounds like the worst.
That sounds like a zebra.
That sounds like even
Sounds
worse than a
sounds like a
normal
spiky zebra.
What the fuck does a zebra sound like?
Oi. Cool. So, like, about an hour passes. You finish up your long rest. You kind of
I'll be
all
right back,
healed up
sir.
a bit, but there's definitely some sore ribs going around, as several midsection holes have been closed. You do see Mytasian, after kind of cleaning off her sword and armor, does go and inspects the creature, and seems kind of a little bit annoyed about it.
Annoyed.
Yeah.
What's up with that face, friend?
Oh, mighty Dusty.
Let's see what happened.
What was that?
Continue.
She responding to Dusty kind of notices that she's scowling at the Yeti. She just says, "I don't know. I haven't a clue how those barbarians got their hands on one of the palace beasts, but
The palace beasts.
yeah, don't worry about that too much.
This was one
Don't
of
worry
the-
about it.
I mean,
Basically, they shouldn't. This wasn't their property. This is something that they've stolen from
From you?
the palace, not from me, from the palace."
Wait, so is the king going to be upset that we killed him?
Oh no, no, he doesn't
Oh,
need to.
does he
know.
have a lot of them? Or?
I was just about to say, yeah, he's got another 10 in the palace. Don't worry about it.
but we'll be fighting those soon.
It's not even the king's concern. it's no, it'll be the Beastmaster who that would get reported to. It's just something else I'm gonna have to put in my report. And she kind of rolls her eyes at when she says the word report.
Lecture Stephen at length went back to the palace.
It's been snowing, right?
There's snow around. I don't think it's snowing at this moment. It's kind of
No.
It's actually kind of okay. It's only about -2.
Okay.
It's not. It's like you're on the cusp of winter. You're not even in winter yet. It's kind of like I think it's about mid-autumn still, but because you're somewhere quite northern and high up and mountainous, there's just kind of like that perpetual dusting of snow everywhere.
So
That even in the middle of the day doesn't really melt.
in that case, can I look for tracks
Oh, for the
for the big boy?
For the big boy, for what? For the palace beast or for the
Yeah.
hill giant, frost giants?
Palace beast.
Oh, okay.
Palace
So you
beast
can
is
see
dead.
it was it's dead. It had
No, but like,
but-
where did it come from?
yeah, it came from further up the further up the ravine where it had along with two other frost giants just come down a bit where it's less steep, and it seemed like they had held position more or less, waiting for you guys to come into their little narrow section where they were setting up the ambush. You could see that it was basically constantly escorted by two sets of big humanoid footprints.
Do we have to climb up to get to where it came from?
Well, I mean, where it came from, like, that's kind of like the direction that Hrongar and the scouting party went. Like, you're on, you know, a path here. If you're gonna want to start like tracking those tracks down the line, you're gonna get kind of reined back in or attempted to anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's not something that you're handling right now.
Wait, did you say that someone else already went that
Yeah.
way?
Yeah, the
okay,
other
sorry, I
executioner,
missed that part.
the big dude, along with half the guards.
Okay. Well then.
Yeah, so I'll say that the hour's passed. Everyone's kind of mounted up. The disc is floating. The tiger's out.
Will
Like, if
she
you want to
remember?
just what, me?
Go
Yeah.
now.
Remember what?
Motor goat has been summoned.
Oh,
As
why would I
Molian
need
is,
to remember that? That's your shit.
I'm back. Sorry. As Molian is flying. Well, I can because I need to be 20 feet away from my disc, so I'll be 20 feet high, I guess.
Okay, and the disc is just kind of coming underneath you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I have a lookout, but trying to see.
Sure.
Don't fall.
So yeah, Mytasian just kind of keeps you going along that road, for the most part, and this kind of like ravine does keep going for quite a while, but eventually, after about half an hour, it kind of levels out, and the side of the ravine fall away. It looked like you had been going along the remnants of an old riverbed. Yeah. And now you're kind of just in very open. I mean, the track still continues ahead of you, but it's a very.
Excuse me.
It's clearly not a heavily trafficked road. It's still quite bumpy, as you remember from your cart wide. You were kind of bouncing off the roof a little. Yeah, and it's mostly just like sweeping mountain vistas, kind of all around. No sign of the destination though ahead of you.
Did we loot
After
at all? Frost Giant?
oh, the frost giants.
We said
They
we'd go
wouldn't
to
have
the
had
disc.
anything other than like the armor that they were carrying, armor and weapons they were carrying, and some gold and silver pieces.
How about the big axe?
I mean, if you want to lug around the big axe, it's not particularly amazing quality.
It was pretty badass.
It was pretty badass, sure, but you needed to concentrate on a pretty high level spell to get use out of it. I mean, if you want to keep it,
I want to take
Oh.
his bullion to the side.
Yeah.
Say, should we get one of these?
I don't think it will
Or
fit
make
in the
one.
bag of holding.
It definitely will not fit in a bag of holding. In fact, it looks like you'd probably slash it in half trying to fit it in.
Or make a smaller one?
Oh, those are just called axes, and I think you have some of those. Like, I think you think this is some kind of magic weapon. This is
No,
not.
I
This is
don't,
just
I
a
don't.
big axe.
We
Oh,
very briefly mentioned this on our time.
Yeah, we were actually thinking of maybe getting something like getting it welded, like 2 of them together, and then making it like asking someone to enchant it that it can become small, and then pulled out and then thrown, and then becomes big or something. That was out of character.
Sure.
So
Any big axe will serve that purpose. You don't
Yeah.
need one of these
Yeah, but
specifically. Like I
it's
say,
different.
like it's not great quality.
no. We'll make them make something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
memorize
cool
the
idea,
design
don't
as
get me
well.
wrong, but if you want to take this axe with you, I will mark it down as crude giant axe. You know what I
it,
mean?
it will fit on the disc, but
Disc,
yeah. But yeah, then I would think.
You guys found like
Yeah.
just short of 80 gold in silvers, gold, and copper.
Okay. Stick that in
Call
there.
it 75.
And Dave got like 40 of that, I guess. Or not?
Just keep it lumps up for now.
Yeah,
put
Dusty,
in
you just
gold.
keep it. You just write it down, Dusty.
Wait, so 80 gold, 75 silver.
Yeah, put it in your character
I
sheet.
wasn't really looking for gold
Yeah.
because I almost died.
You know what?
I kept getting yeeted, so.
I'm
Yeet.
gonna hand
Well,
it all
you
to
still had
Flan.
like 40 seconds of flying. Maybe you were flying for a bit.
Nah, I mean, while Kieran was flying, they're pretty much just thinking about killing things. So,
I'm gonna hand it all to Flynn.
plus I have plenty of gold.
Oh yeah, Flynn has like
Okay,
no gold, so
Flynn,
yeah.
you get 80 gold.
75 silver.
Pretty sure I tripled my gold.
And
There you go.
75.
Yeah.
80
Um,
gold is
yeah.
like change for me.
I don't know. I think I have 1,000 left or so. As well.
So you want to give me some pocket change?
Yeah, you can have the. Oh, I have actually almost 2,000.
Don't know how you guys.
Can someone give me like 31 gold so I can get 2,000 exactly?
No.
Sure. Have 31 gold.
Yes.
DM. Can I
Thank you.
try to memorize the look of the axe?
The what of the axe, sorry?
The look of the axe, the aesthetic.
Sure.
It's an axe. It wouldn't
Yeah,
have to.
like I think you're.
Steel edge.
I think you're thinking of like the 5e or like the dungeon guy. Almost there. The monster manuals, like frost giant look with like the like Skyrim-y frost giant armor and axes. This is. There's no runes on it. There's nothing like that. It's
It's a
like,
rusty.
It's almost like
axe.
a woodcutter's axe, just like really big. These frost giants were not super well armored. Some of them, you actually recall, some of them looked quite gaunt as well.
What's gaunt?
Like thin and
Okay.
malnourished.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say something there, but I held it back.
Worn.
yeah, very worn and poor, and yeah, these clearly aren't the nobles of that species. So there's not really any design aesthetic to this thing. Like the closest thing you can think of, it looks like a big woodcutter's axe, kind of like what Perk used to carry around, like a very simple axe head attached to basically a big stick, which is kind of like, you know, not far off a tree trunk.
You just had to open the wound. Perk.
I think what this axe has done is, rather than the axe being special in itself, it sparked an idea within you.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
I know the axe isn't special, but it may be special to us.
yeah, and you can absolutely have that. This idea of big axe can carry with you, but this specific big axe is almost not good enough to serve that dream that you have.
Yeah. Oh, good.
You,
Well,
you
we'll get
look
it
at this
then.
axe and you go, we can make a better big axe.
We
should
can
make
build
a better
it
one.
bigger, faster, stronger, more than ever. We have the technology. But
You,
we don't
you,
want
like
to spend
you
a lot of
resent
money.
this axe for not being worthy of the name Big Axe. It's such a bad big axe.
Wow.
Who's got the highest passive perception?
I have 0, so nothing.
So they get to see it first.
Well, my owl has +3, I guess.
I've got 4.
Passive perception.
your owl typically
At
is looking
14.
down.
Yeah,
Mythic, so I'm
exactly.
gonna
I
say
know.
misses this.
I've got
I know.
14, Brick.
Who can beat 14?
I'm
I
tired.
tie 14.
You're 14
Okay.
as well.
This bitch wise.
Damn.
So you're kind of see at the same time. 14 is really low, by the way. I don't have to worry about passive perception too much. It's just
My
who
owl
misses
doesn't know what to
first.
look for anyway, so I have to look for it through his eyes, actually.
Through the owl's eyes.
Yeah, to actually
Yeah,
make
yeah,
him look
and
for
the
stuff,
owl
yeah.
doesn't see it because the owl looks down. Owls
Yeah.
typically don't look above them.
No, exactly.
You guys see a black shape traveling very quickly towards you.
I pull out my hand.
Halt, stranger.
In the sky, Dusty.
No,
Dusty, also everyone has
I pull
earrings
out
now,
like a
so
sword, like-
or earrings.
Sorry, I thought
Rings,
that,
yeah.
yeah, I literally thought when you said put your hand, I thought you were like doing a halt sign to it.
I mean, I am, but I'm moving constantly.
Okay.
Well, I'm flying, so I might as well see it. I couldn't see jack shit.
Well, I would say Lady Mytasian probably sees it before any of you, actually.
Yeah.
And she just kind of waves at the shape and kind of, while drawing attention to it, also kind of turns to the party and says, nothing to worry about here. This is the reinforcements I called in. Are any of you guys scared of dragons by any chance?
Oh, I love dragons.
Did you ever hear about the story of Dusty?
Asmodean likes to change into a dragon, so I don't think so.
I can't imagine.
I don't think
Neil Yana
scared
like-
is the word. Scared is not the right word.
I have stolen
Neil
many
doesn't
things
like them.
from
Yeah.
a dragon.
Some history with dragons, but you know.
Yeah.
So you see now, like, this is a big dragon.
Oh,
As it comes in, it's black, very, like very deep black, almost bluish, almost purpley, as it catches the sun. And it is a sunny day, even with the temperature. It's just kind of like mountain sun. It's not very warm. And as it comes down, it just kind of like comes to a very thunderous crash, almost crash landing off the path near you, coming like transitioning from landing into a sprint down into a jog, and then as it comes close to the party, like kind of stopping in its tracks, eventually slows down to a walk, curling in its huge black wings underneath itself. And you can see that this dragon is also quite heavily armored, very like clearly custom made black metal armor has been attached to, especially around its jaw, but also to its undersection, along the ridge of its wings, and all the way down its tail. And there is a saddle, like a mount, built into that armor, on which sits a rider who is waving at Mytasian.
Hold on.
So
just
this
got interesting.
dragon. What was that?
Oh, it's just you. Hold on. This just got interesting.
Yeah. You see this dragon with a huge, heavy jaw, is significantly bigger than Ustragon in his dragon form.
I just try to say hello to the dragon.
In Draconic.
Ustragon was
No,
like
I don't
a
think I
young
speak to. Do I
dragon,
speak
though,
Draconic?
right?
I don't know.
Ustragon was
I speak Draconic.
Well, I guess I could. I'll cast. I'll try it. Yeah, I'll do. I can cast.
I mean, he was an adult dragon, but like he was like a young adult.
Yeah.
dragon,
Okay,
I
I'll
thought.
Yeah,
put
he
tongue,
was.
I'll
He
tongues on
was,
me,
for
and
sure.
I'll talk to him.
This is
on-
maybe not quite an ancient dragon, but it's definitely a big adult dragon. Like there's a full size scale up from Moose Dragon here.
I'll speak to him in Draconic.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna run over.
What do you
Arms
say? Just
waving.
say greet it.
Yeah, greetings.
Sure. It completely disregards you.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna try
Eee.
and hug its face.
Its huge black tail kind of flicks up towards the saddle, and the rider hops onto the tail and is lowered down to the ground. At which point, as soon as she kind of touches down onto the ground, she speaks a command, and the dragon kind of trots forward a little bit before flapping its huge wings and taking flight again.
No,
Well, that's not a
But-
talkative fellow.
I want the dragon to stay.
No, the rider kind of says as she approaches. No, he Old Faithful Urida is definitely not what you would call talkative. Hello there, I'm Marga, and I'm going to be your escort today. No one's going to make the joke.
Sorry, I had to write down the name of the dragon.
Wait, what? Sorry, what was the name?
Escort today.
Yeah, please send me those information, Dusty. I'm waiting for your notes for me. Yeah, thank you.
Old Faithful Iridai.
Okay, so it's Marga and
We have enough escorts. Thanks.
Yeah, I thought we already had an escort.
Don't be rude, Dusty.
So, Oduar is the dragon,
Sorry.
right?
It is appreciated.
There we go. Much better.
Thank you for keeping me right.
Oh god.
and you do see that Marga looks quite considerably younger than Lady Mytasian, especially for someone with such a scary title, and a relatively sociable demeanor to her, especially compared to, again, the very stoic. Lady
Sorry, what was the
Mytasian.
title?
Executioner. It's another one of the
yeah,
executioners,
yeah.
the 8 executioners. Marga kind of falls in with Mytasian after like just the very cordial waves and just nods and greetings to each of the members of the party. She just kind of falls in and starts talking about like what route they're going to take and stuff. Kind of Marga is very quickly like taking control here, being as you can pick up like the tracker, the scout of the group.
You're more professional than I thought.
Brooke, just so you know, I like really took a really good look at the dragon, so I have an image of it.
Okay,
Yeah, just so you know.
it is way beyond your CR rating.
Yes, I know, but it's still something for the future.
Good to know. Yeah, and you do see actually at this point that the dragon is kind of like doing very high circles up above.
Yeah.
Stop it, David.
Billions and billions and billions and billions.
Cute.
So yeah, Marga pretty quickly leads you off the road, explaining that it's better, seeing as you don't have good intel, it's better just to pick a random route, and far less likely to run into another ambush or any other problems. And she says that she's kind of like cleared. This is like she'll lead you through areas that she's already scouted and cleared. You're very quickly coming to the realization that the lands outside of Midrealm are considerably more dangerous out and about. Like random giant attacks and stuff, it happens. Like random encounters do happen in Midrealm, but with far less frequency. It's not really something you have to account for,
Yeah.
This country's way better.
It's way wilder. You're definitely picking that up.
That means better. Too dusty.
Sure. I think Margot would definitely agree with that. So, Margot leads you guys forward. Now, with Margot in the lead, my Tassian takes up the rear of the party. Just, kind of calmly keeping pace and keeping an eye on you all. Keeping herself to herself. Margot's very chatty. Probably would immediately take a bit of a liking to Dusty.
So, you ever fought a terrorist organization?
That's my job title, I think. She
Terrorist hunter.
she calls back. She calls back to Lady Mytash and she says, "Hey, Mai, are the do we call the giants terrorists? What do we call them?" And Mytasian calls back, "Infidels."
That's
Oh god.
Oh yeah, that's right, infidels. That's like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Kind
yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Close enough.
We're not infidels.
Not yet, you're not. And she kind of pats you on the back.
Thanks. I'm
Oh
yeah.
god.
I'm glad you're keeping things open. You don't want
And when the conversation kind of lulls,
No,
she,
Asmodean needs
just starts like
more
whistling,
information.
and humming and stuff.
Asmodean needs more information about this dragon. He's asking all kinds of questions.
Sure, yeah, she happily answers. The one thing she kind of immediately stresses is, look, so Urdar is going to be. I made sure he kind of cleared off pretty quickly, but he will be back keeping watch tonight at camp. Look, I'm kind of a fun, happy person for the most part, but I mean this really seriously. Don't talk to the dragon.
Okay.
It's just safer that way. I don't really understand like his thought processes too much, but if you piss him off, he will melt you.
Okay. So
And
don't
like,
talk to the
and
dragon.
honestly, I swear to God, it's the most random stuff he takes issue to. Like it really is, you know.
Are you listening, Dusty?
So the safest thing is really just don't talk to the dragon.
That is okay. Good. Okay.
That's just making him want to do this so much more.
I could help you. I could disguise you as a dragon.
I
It
tried.
might
Kieran, if
fool
I
the
may-
dragon.
Kieran, if I may make a suggestion, would you please keep an eye on Dusty for this evening?
I mean, who else keeps more of an eye on Dusty than me? What are you talking
I
about?
mean, by that I mean don't get too drunk and let him wander off when you're blind drunk and not paying attention.
I've
You're
been
not
keeping
my
an eye
mom.
on you.
You're not my mom.
You're not my mom.
Oh god, I really want to talk to the dragon now.
Kieran's my mom.
Well, I mean, read the book first, at least.
It's really weird fascist and I
And
don't
then
want to know
go
much
with the
more
right.
about it.
What are you talking about?
You just said Kieran's my mom.
Yeah.
You're not my mom.
Need I say more?
Anyways,
Oh,
Hi,
so
mommy.
don't talk to the dragon. Okay,
no,
good.
no, no,
Good, thanks.
mommy, no. It's worse.
Yes, don't talk to the dragon.
Cease.
Don't call
Now.
the dragon daddy. Don't try and do anything funny with the dragon. I know what
Donkey,
you
donkey.
mid-realm people are like. Don't get any funny ideas, okay?
Hmm.
I'm talking about hunting it, by the way.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, you guys over there are quite famous for that.
That's fine. Wait, what? We never hunt things.
You literally have a celebrity called the Dragon Slayer.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
he's a
I
nice
thought you
guy.
meant us. That's fine. Yeah, yeah, he does that. We don't.
I mean, the last
He
dragon
met a
we
dragon.
encountered.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. Okay-ish guy, I guess. He let us go. So it's
He was
fine.
nice. He was
Yeah.
okay-ish.
Yeah. He didn't kill us. So it's fine.
Cool. So do any of you guys know any good songs? And
Dusty is the best at songs.
Mila is already walking away, sweater.
Dusty.
I think Flynn knows some songs.
I know a few
I-
songs.
See you in the morning,
I
everyone.
put my hand on Flint's shoulder.
Wait, are we
and
at the
say,
camping site already? I thought we were still traveling.
Oh, are we?
Are we traveling or camping?
Frick!
You're traveling.
'Cause- Oh, we're
Yeah,
traveling.
well,
I'm gonna
yeah.
start.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start
You've
singing
been off for the
Journey.
whole-
There's nowhere for you to go, Mila.
Well,
No,
yeah.
you've been keeping marching pace this whole time.
Marching pace. I'm on motor goes.
Sure.
I'm on my fucking pillow.
You've been
flying.
goating
Trotting
pace.
pace.
Yeah.
I'm flying 20 feet up in the air and dropping back as far as humanly possible away from Flynn.
I'm singing through my earpiece.
Aren't your boots really slow?
I'm gonna take this ring off and throw it so far into these mountains, no one will ever find it again.
I only made 2 spares, so fuck you. I'm expecting people to die, by the way.
Your elven companions, over the course of the journey, do kind of fall in around Mytasian and strike up conversation for quite a while. They're talking about boring shit though, like statecraft
He's an absolute unit, this fellow, isn't he?
and politics and shit like that.
If it ever gets really serious, can I
Calm emotions. Calm
like slow down and get behind them?
No, Mytasian is very like she's
Okay,
kind of
okay.
keeping up the party. I mean, you can try and do that, but like,
Okay. Well, I'll stay in front of them then, but I'll be very close.
are you gonna try and listen in?
No. Well, I am, and when it gets to its more serious point, I'm going to pull out my lantern.
Oh my god.
Just for like a second and a half, and then stuff it back.
Okay.
Are you lighting it as well?
So it's kind of like a ah!
The giant's gonna kill him.
I'm gonna say the sun is getting kind of low, especially with it being autumn, shorter days, especially at this part of the world. So it's probably about 5 p.m. and like sunset. And Lady Mytasian, Sareem Namala, and Leo are all in a very heated conversation about I don't fucking know, the next election in Midrealm, and tax law or something. Mytasian is very up to date on foreign affairs, and all of a sudden this howling cacophony of shrieks, just like from a relatively quiet, all you hear is like some birds in the distance and maybe like a babbling brook nearby. The entire valley is just filled with these rolling shrieks just bouncing off every wall.
Nice.
You and like you
I
like for
find
2
yourself.
seconds, and then you snuff it out, and you see on one side of you
Dragon.
Marga has knocked 2 arrows into a very ornate bow and is kind of like pointing them directly at the source of the sound, like just purely on reaction. And like as you kind of look towards her and look back, Lady Mytasian is like towering over you.
Stick around.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Okay.
In this flashing moment. I'm gonna say you missed it. She's gonna try and yank it off you, by the way.
What, before I put it back in the haversack?
Yeah, you this is like a 2 second. This is happening in like the 2 seconds. Yeah,
Okay.
she's like literally like you glance towards the archer. She's knocked 2 arrows like in your direction. You glance back, and Mytasian's like she went from back of the party to in front of you. Very like jump scare style. And her hand shoots out to confiscate the lantern.
I'm sorry, my throat was hoarse.
Hmm?
My throat was hoarse.
If that's your defense, he just takes it off you. Are you gonna try and stop? Are you gonna try and contest, or?
Well, I try and put it back in the haversack.
I mean, I'm saying that this is happening as you extinguish the thing.
Well, can I not put it back in not extinguished?
If you want to roll, like this is what I'm asking you. If you want to contest it, sure, but it's
Okay.
you don't get to do this for free. Is what I'm saying. You can't
Yeah.
extinguish it and put it in the haversack before she acts. She's extremely quick.
Okay.
Um,
I would like to contest.
okay, cool. So make a I don't know, a dex check, I guess.
Okay.
Kieran's not gonna help you, by the way.
I'm gonna
If
use
she
luck.
gets that, then she gets that.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty good roll.
Oh, okay. No, I used the first one.
Luck can do.
Can you do that?
Do you get to choose with
Yeah.
luck? I think don't you
Don't
have to take?
think- I think you have to
I
take
think
the
you.
roll.
I think you
get.
have to
I'm
take the
pretty sure you
second
can
roll.
choose. I'm pretty sure.
Let's
I
pull
don't
luck
know.
up.
It depends.
It depends what kind of luck.
Oh wait, it's right here. Lucky.
You may take a roll ability check.
And choose whether the attacker.
Which one do you
uses-
use? Yeah.
Okay,
You
cool.
Choose which one. Not.
Oh,
So the 15, I guess. Plus, you get it? Oh, that's plus everything already. So,
Yeah, +1.
so you lost that thing. You.
Oh no,
No, you actually
it's
Wow.
in the haversack. It's in the haversack.
did. It's in there.
You're very lucky.
I stick my hands up.
Dusty's been training.
Stick my
Plus
hands up.
6.
You as she kind of like fails to grab it, kind of very much acting in like, you know, like bullet time. She kind of like catches herself and kind of pulls herself off, like reaction and just regains composure. And you also see your elven companions have already put their hands on their weapons as well, and she is going to.
Slap you in the face.
Yeah, she's just gonna slap you.
Okay.
There's no damage on that. It's a slap. It's not gonna fucking kill you.
I
You just gave away our position. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, she's like, I don't even think
I
she knows what
haven't
to
yet.
say. She's like flabbergasted.
I had an itch.
And Maga just kind of calls out, "Dude, not
Yeah.
cool."
Oh.
And you hear the
I'm
the
sorry.
dragon. You hear rumbling above
shit.
a bellowing roar. And Mytasian kind of like regaining her composure a little bit says, "May I remind you that we are adults in dangerous territory,
Dusty
with a
being an
mission and a
adult?
destination."
Poor Dusty.
Maybe
To
not.
give him, he may look like an adult, but I can assure you what's in between those ears of his is definitely not mature.
If your simple friend is going to compromise our position again, he will be dealt with.
Mom, help me.
Nope. Nope. You should have known better.
Yeah, that's fine.
I okay. I won't do it again.
Kieran doesn't defend stupid, okay? Like you brought that upon yourself.
You should teach me.
Oh, I should teach you.
Oh no.
When do you fucking listen to me?
She'll teach you the back of the hand.
Back of my hand's gonna hurt a lot more than her slap just did, I tell you right now.
Her slap hurt. Yeah. No, there was some backbone on that slap, and she's got very cold hands as well.
Put some stank on it.
Yeah. There's probably knuckles. There's probably backhand as well.
But Kieran has
Oh.
Yeah, Kieran's
I
got
guess
like
hands,
skills,
metal scales. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolverine punched.
well, didn't
Oh,
they have like
fuck.
piercings on them now as well? Like, what, wasn't it? Or tattoos? I can't remember what it was.
All of my scales have like pins in them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, ooh, there's extra metal.
Oh,
in there.
still shit. Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. Fuck.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, so Mytasian kind of looks up at Kieran and very sternly says, "There won't be a second warning." And she continues. She starts walking forward with like the rest of the party like stood still. She just sets off going like, "Okay, that's the last word on that. We're moving again." Marga kind of picks up the hint and continues as well.
I mean, I'm not scared of her. So it's whatever. She can be all sassy, but yeah, we're just moving.
I'm a little bit scared of her.
Good, you should be.
Mm,
Is Dusty learning?
We'll see.
she has a big dragon under control. I would say be careful.
So do we, Asmodean.
No. When I changed into a dragon, I changed into a baby dragon.
I can buff you.
Like that dragon could literally just sit on Asmodean.
Yeah.
Just like put one fucking claw on him and just like keep him down like a big brother.
As I said, I'm not defending stupid, so learn your lesson or don't. Like, that's your choice.
I really want to talk with that dragon though.
Go for it. See what happens.
Just fucking do it.
No.
I keep
do
giving Asmodean things like don't press the buttons.
Pretty sure you said you're going to read the book as well.
Yeah, I did, but
We've
I
had a
thought
very
we had,
long
like, more-
conversation about that today. It's happening.
I am, but it's not.
You can
there-
read
there
the
hasn't-
book while traveling, by the way. if,
No,
the
no.
temptation gets to
I
you.
have a disc following me. I'm trying to make sure that the mount is staying up. No, I can't read right now.
He's gotta wait until he's got, he's gotta get all situated in his reading chair and all that shit.
Exactly.
Get
See,
his
Kieran
pipe out,
understands.
his
Kieran
glasses.
I mean, if you're gonna die, you might as well do it in style, right?
Relax.
Yeah.
The sun, like in another 30-40 minutes, the sun does completely set behind one of the distant peaks, and Marga kind of claps her hands and turns around to the party and says, "Right, I think we're gonna camp here. We're actually really quite close." Like, and she kind of points at a ridge, maybe about 30 minutes off, and says, once we cross that, you'll actually be able to see the capital. So I think this is a good place to rest. We've lost the light, and it's definitely something you're going to want to see in daylight if it's your first time in these parts. So find somewhere to make yourself comfortable.
Well, Dusty can do daylight
Yes,
spell, can't he?
Not that
Daylight doesn't
It doesn't
quite
change the
work like
sun.
that. It's not Minecraft resetting the clock.
Yeah, I know, but it was
That would be a sick, like, 11th level spell.
Yeah.
Whoop!
It's like an
Getting
insane
awfully
show
dark,
of...
isn't it? Nope.
It'll be an insane show of power, but, like, practically pointless.
Well, if you're getting attacked by shitloads of vampires.
Yeah,
then-
exactly. All of a sudden it's
That'd
day.
be
Oh, they're
brilliant.
fucked. Anyway,
Mm.
I'm summoning my bubble, or my what is it called again? The
Magnificent mansion. or something.
no, I don't have that. It's
Brilliant.
pavilion. My pavilion. Yeah.
I'm setting
My
my sense
beautiful
up.
opaque pavilion. You can join.
I've been banned from that place since the start of this journey, and now you
No,
decide I can come in.
Yeah, you can join. Everyone can join. I'm opening it up for everyone.
Oh, I might have a tenor aside.
Yeah.
You got you scared of it.
Oh, she's not going in.
No.
My Tassin says I'll be keeping watch tonight.
Oh.
You're safer in the tent than
Marga's like, "Yo, what's this thing?
I like her.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, you can just enter it and
Can I-
it's,
Can
it's,
I have a look?
yeah,
can I
go in.
put my head
Go
in?
in.
Whoa, look at those cushions.
Pillows everywhere.
This is my first time seeing it as well. I must say, Osmerlin, this is pretty impressive. It's a shame I didn't get to enjoy more of it, but I'll take what I can get.
Oh, good.
Everything has to start somewhere.
How many people can fit inside this thing? Did we ever put a limit on that?
I think it was a 30 feet like radius, so it's like
Depends
Yes,
how close you get.
30 feet? Was it a 30-foot radius?
yeah radius because
Link
the,
the spell,
the,
because
the,
30-foot
frog,
radius is huge. You can put
the
tons
frog
in.
could go. If the frog, the crab, the giant crab could fit in it. So.
Oh yeah. The frog.
I remember the first time you
I'm
saw
sorry,
that,
I'm playing
he was
what-
trying to fit through the door.
Could you link it to me? Quick,
yeah,
just so I can make a ruling on this one way or another.
Yeah, let me grab it. Let's see. There we go.
I'm gonna curl up into a ball.
15
Oh,
foot
50 foot
radius.
radius. There you go.
So,
50.
Finally, somewhere warm where I can curl up and have a glass of wine and read
that
my
is
books.
big enough for everyone, but it's going to be a little cramp with everyone in. Is everyone allowed in? There would be
Everyone,
9
everyone is
people.
allowed to go in if they don't want to stay in it. It's fine. It's like, yeah.
It's like, well, like Maga's like, I got my bedroll, but she kind of like glances up at my
She
Tassian,
wants
like,
in there so bad.
yeah, she like glances up at my Tassian, like,
Please, can I go in?
kind of, but like, not like she like considers like asking like permission, and then she's just like, she like just goes in, and she like throws like 3 pillows into a corner and just like flops down on them.
I
Yeah.
love her.
I take one of her pillows and says that's mine. It's got my name on it.
You hear a relatively soft landing, a much softer landing this time of the dragon, further up.
Is the
your
dragon
position.
coming in?
No, the dragon's not coming. The dragon, for anyone who's still kind of outside, I imagine Kyo's probably like going to be one of the last ones in. The dragon seems to be. It's kind of hard to see the very black scaled dragon in this low light, but you make out the shape of it kind of curling up to sleep up on like an outcropping further up the slope that you're currently on.
So, Brooke, Asmodean starts on the first 4 hours of reading the book.
First 4
Dun,
hours.
dun,
Are
dun.
you gonna
If
do
no
this in
one saw-
secret? Are you gonna do this underneath the covers?
No, I am. I'm showing everyone. Everyone can see me doing it. If anyone wants to stop me, they can. I also tell
If
them.
he wants to
Dusty,
kill himself,
I'm reading the
be
book
my guest.
right now. Just keep me alive.
Asmodean, surely this is something that can wait until after the mission.
Oh, I need to read a lot of it, so I'm just reading the first 4 hours now.
You say that, but you're going to read all of it before this mission is over.
We don't know.
I'm gonna stay up all night and read it.
Oh,
He's
does
gonna be
does
literally the
does
last
Ma-
page
does
in a couple hours.
does the what's her name? Maga
Mila.
say anything about it? No, Maga.
No, she doesn't
Maga.
give a shit.
Maga.
That is a
Yeah,
tremendous looking book.
It's an interesting book.
Huge.
Like, books are for nerds.
Oh god.
Ha,
Books are for
nerd.
I know, right?
I think he's kind of interesting.
Dusty, does your
Interested,
character
so
know how to read?
it's gonna like.
Yeah.
So,
It's just very
so
boring.
what does it say?
What does it say? Oh yeah, Brooke. What does the first 4 hours of the book say?
So it's weird reading this book. It's much more similar to studying mathematics than reading content. The runes, which you weren't able to identify on the book, the writing, I mean, does convey meaning when you read them. But it's like it's a very kind of like the process here is more magical than it is like reading an actual book, if that makes sense. It's almost like you're downloading information almost directly into your brain.
And I needed to read for every day for a minimum of 4 hours for 6 days, right? To get the benefit.
Wasn't it 48 hours over 6 days?
Oh, I thought 4 hours per day. Yeah.
Damn.
No, it's if it's one of the books that I think you're talking about, then it's like you have
6 days.
You have like a week to read the book.
Let me check calculate.
Yeah, you have 6 days. I'm telling you, it's 48 hours over 6 days. So that
8
would
hours. I
be-
need 8 hours of reading.
Yeah.
So a day. So I guess I'll. But I do need to rest. So then I guess I can't start it now. I won't start it then if I can't do it now.
Well, you can peruse the first couple of pages.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll
yeah,
do the
so
perusing now.
you kind of learn what the
Yeah.
and this sadly does kind of dissuade you from ideas like you might have had of like you reading one half and someone else reading the other half, because clearly you couldn't convey the information you were reading.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Okay.
not a it's a very magical process.
Okay.
So it doesn't really make
Um,
sense.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. Alright. I do wanna. Don't I have this? Let me check. Just a minute. Yeah, keep going. You can just keep going.
Well,
Yeah.
there's not much more to it than that. I think everyone else is kind of settling in and falling
Yeah.
asleep here.
Before I go to bed, I want to actually set a contingency.
Okay.
I am doing a contingency on. I think I can only do it on myself. So it's if I drop below, let's say 40 health, I polymorph into a giant ape.
Okay. Good to know.
Hilarious. Just
How long do
Prince
those
of the fucking
last?
house.
How long do those contain?
I'll link it.
That's such a cool spell.
10 days.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. So for the next, well, I can, and if I do, I can change it to next night. So I just I thought of, well, if I get below 40 health, I'll change it to giant ape. I have to remember it myself, but I have to specify it so you know at least that I have
I
set
will
a condition.
say that it can't save you from lethal blows. For example,
No,
if you went
lethal,
from-
of course, no.
If you went from
I have
80,
to, yeah.
if you went from 80 to 0,
No.
no,
Yeah, no.
you know what I mean.
Yeah. No,
that's-
it's
you hit
it's
0.
it's like the first thing that hits me below 40 and I'm still up.
Yeah,
Activate.
absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Cool. So, it's a long rest. Everyone get your shit back.
Yay.
Yay, I love
Yay.
having my shit.
I just spelled last the last second and then I get it back. Nice.
Oh, here's a question. Do you have a statuette of yourself carved from ivory and decorated with gems worth at least 1.5?
True. Does it actually take it up?
No, it doesn't consume it.
You just have to
Um,
have it on you.
Unless it specifically states that it's consumed, like
Yeah.
diamonds do, or the
No, I
feast, the
haven't bought
bowls.
that yet. I have not specified that I bought it, so I can't do it yet. I guess. I
Yeah.
have to actually go to a fucking.
Don't
in-person
worry,
bar.
don't worry.
Yeah.
You'll be able to get one very soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just kill one of the Yetis.
I'll start carving it myself.
Carved from ivory. Interesting. Decorated with gems. Cool. So morning comes around. Pretty late. You get more than enough sleep, actually. I think you're all going to be up around 9 a.m. pre-sunrise. Sunrise is probably kicking in. Actually, no. Sunrise would be kicking in at about 9 a.m. So I'll say you're up for the sunrise.
My back isn't hurting for once. This is nice. I'd imagine Mila would make a comment like that. It's like, oh, it's so nice not to be sleeping on a 10th floor for once.
I asked Dusty, could you make us a good meal, Dusty?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
There is no question.
Now, see, now this is something I never had on my previous journey. A good chef.
Well,
What's
you'll still be
the matter?
waiting.
Oh, I'm
Let's see
allowed
about
in the
that.
pavilion, but not allowed to breakfast now.
Oh,
Rations for me.
nice. 27. That's a good meal.
Yeah.
Good cooking.
That's
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
breakfast.
Didn't we? Didn't we-
Marga kind of like pokes her head out the tent, like nose first, like following her nose.
Do I not
and-
get some, Dusty? Or am I banned from
Get
breakfast?
some.
Yeah.
you notice Marga, like as you're cooking, like looking longingly over towards the
Can we
bowl.
adopt her? She's adorable.
Come over. This is a gift.
What is it?
That's
Use your words to describe the gift.
It is also the quality.
Oh, God.
Just so you know, quality ingredients.
Quality ingredient breakfast.
Oh, I really thought you were
Russian
gonna say
pirates.
like you made an apology pancake.
Apology
You
pancake.
know what, that's actually, I'm gonna-
That's brilliant.
The pancake with a big horse and cream on it.
Text, I'm so sorry.
Are you gonna make an apology pancake
Yes. For everyone.
for everyone?
Yeah, so it's gonna take me like an hour.
Okay.
It's actually.
So you were up a little bit earlier than us, maybe.
Yeah.
Margot, she will sit down. You see Lady Mytassin just kind of like sat up, kind of halfway towards the dragon. Where the dragon was. The dragon's already up, circling again. She's kind of like up there, just sat, watching the sunrise for the most part. She doesn't seem too interested in the cooking at all.
Well, I'm going to plate her some up with like bacon and honey and all, and I'm gonna write on it
Here we go.
what do we have? With
Syrup?
Syrup?
no follow. Actually,
You could do pancake art.
Yeah, just do pancake.
Into the
yeah,
pancake.
okay, I'll do pancake art.
It's a paragraph
I
of
make
text
a-
on the
a
You made a
That's
27,
really
like,
good.
with cooking. That is, you can do anything you want with that
Yeah,
pancake.
exactly.
And it will look amazing.
It's just gonna say sorry.
Sorry.
So,
Spelled with a W and 2 E's.
Ooh,
Yeah. Ooh, sorry.
Oh, wait.
You kind of take it over to her, and she looks at it, and she smiles, but she politely declines. She says, "That looks delicious, Dusty, but I apologize. I've already eaten."
no, that's just so sad.
Oh.
What did you eat?
Hmm?
What did you eat?
Rations.
Oh.
I guess I should have given you the memo.
I don't eat much. Sorry, I probably should have mentioned something. I didn't realize you were a cook.
I'm gonna sit the plate down and say, at least try it, and walk away.
And I walk away.
Okay.
And I walk away.
Like Margot is literally like got a whole pancake on a fork and is just like
Wait, there's
knocking down
more?
on it.
There's more?
And yeah, all of you have pancakes. I don't think is sorry spelled on all of the pancakes.
No, just
Okay.
He's just that past Dusty.
I'll make a smiley face on Magus. then.
You're really lucky you fucking dex rolled that, or that lantern would have been yeeted very far, literally into a ravine.
Oh,
At least you know where to find it. Should I take off 2 days of ingredients for that?
It depends how big you're making these pancakes. Is this a double breakfast worth of food here?
Yeah, I
mean,
think
we
so.
have extra people, and I would say it's pretty sizable. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go on. Yeah, go on then. Mark off 2 days worth of rations here. And yes, Sareem Namala are tucking in. They're making kind of like getting their way through the pancakes with knife and fork very daintily, following Elven.
Of course you eat pancakes with knife and fork. Come on, how else do you eat pancakes?
Like Maga's eating it.
chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
Roll them with the hand.
Margaret actually comes up and says,
Some more.
"Is there any left over?"
What's the magic word?
Oh god.
She kind of kicks you in the shin. Not like hard at all. Definitely like
Playful.
sibling. Yeah, playful.
Close enough. I'll make one with an even happier face on it this time.
Aww.
Thank you.
Actually-
Extra bacon. Thank you.
He actually just spells out the word "these nuts" on it this time.
These nuts.
He spells out his number.
Call me, maybe?
Why is it taking so long? It's just a pancake. Hold on. The threes are difficult.
Oh, this one's backwards.
Oh shit, that 5 looks like a 6!
He just tosses the contents of the planet. That's it. Starting again.
Hang on. 1, 2, E, O.
Dusty.
Just
Just spells
Yes.
Dusty.
just
You don't have numbers.
No, it just says Dusty with an exclamation mark next to it.
Dusty.
Dusty!
Yeah, message me, Dusty.
You can
Yeah.
reply to this message.
You can't really
Breakfast is thoroughly enjoyed and eaten, and
Everybody has forgiven me.
No.
no, don't think.
100%.
No, I don't
You
think
have
so.
because of the high roll, you get an extra chance. Now you don't have only one more shot. Next time you do something, you're not getting yeeted.
Dusty, as you're cleaning up, make a perception check for me. Okay.
Ooh.
So as you go to as like Lady Mytasian's like already like setting off and getting ready, you notice that she left the plate, and there's a single bite taken out of the pancake.
Okay.
Like a very neatly cut little triangle has been cut out of the pancake.
Nice. I will take the rest and put it in my haversack.
What? Oh, you're eating it for later?
Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
Cool. So you all kind of like pack up and set off, and just as Marga said, after 30 minutes of travel, you crest the ridge, and you are now looking down at a very a towering sprawl of a city. It's kind of very much built into it almost. The city itself looks like a small mountain peak in this like crest between two peaks. It's multi-tiered with three kind of main circular tiers to the city. There's one that's on the ground level of the basin. There's one that is slightly raised up and more central, and then there is this towering fortress in the middle, like seriously tall. And huge. It's like
Huge.
yeah, it's just really big. It's a huge fortress, and Marga kind of like looking down on it says to you guys, "Welcome to Citadel Gerströmmen."
Citadel.
Link
Gastroma?
Gerströmmen.
Gastroma.
Gerströmmen.
Did we just get back from Germany?
Ja.
We're going to Germany now?
Kind of just like what an English speaker can come up with when they mash Germany and Norse sounding words together.
Oh,
Ja,
Gastrom?
Citadel
Isn't
can
that more like
Eichstromen.
Gastromen, not Gastromen?
Hmm?
Gastromen?
I'm gonna let the Dutch guy decide how all of my made up words are.
Yeah,
Because
it's
like yeah,
more-
you are far more likely to know how these words would sound than I am. So go.
Gastromen.
Gerströmmen. Oh.
Gastromen. Yeah.
You know what they call a mobile phone in Germany?
Mein Handy.
Oh.
No.
That's right. Germany's gay. We have decided Germany is gay.
Well, that's just a bit racist.
Is it?
I think it's a bit of a
Would it be
compliment.
racist? It's a
We'll
bit...
sit here and talk about being racist.
You trying to say
Somebody thinks
gay
that-
is a bad thing? How dare you make that implication, Dave?
So, I walk forward.
I mean,
Yeah.
try saying anything in a German accent and not sound like this. It is fabulous.
It's so fabulous.
Stop doing Stephen Fry bits.
Wunderbar.
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 Yeah, so you're kind of led now going down this slope towards the city wall. And it's not too much further, it's probably only about another hour of travel. Maybe closer to 2, because you're not going at the same hurried pace you were yesterday. And you are led kind of like as in a relatively straight line towards the like city outskirts, which it is a walled city. And once you get to the wall, she leads you along the wall to an entrance. And going along, you pass kind of you very clearly at a section of the wall that isn't typically like there's not really a path out here. There's not like a ring road around the edge of the city so much. There's like
How
as
high
you
is
could
the-
see
How
I
high is it?
the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, this wall's only about 20 foot, 25 foot high.
So I'm just sticking above it because I'm flying at 20 feet. I want to.
Sure.
Do I get any looks? Did I get any looks? Are there any guards on top of it?
There's some guards every now and again.
how many? I'm
yeah,
specifically looking
actually,
at how
like
many
the moment
guards.
they see you, they're going to draw their weapons. Of course they are,
Yeah, I
because
was
you're being silly.
I'm flying there. I'm
We
just
not
flying
learned
here.
our lesson
You're
on this trip about being
you are
silly.
deliberately like running a lap on your magic pillow in
Woohoo.
guard view, like guard eye level.
No, I just wanted to see over the fucking thing.
Yeah, you can. There's
Yeah.
a city over that wall.
Yes, that's what I wanted to see. So that's what I'm
Okay.
doing.
And then are you going to go back down, or are you going to stay
Yeah,
up there?
of course I'm going.
Okay,
back.
okay. I thought you
Yeah.
you made it sound like you were just going to float along at the top of the
No,
wall
no,
level.
no. I wanted to know how high the so I
You
could
know,
actually look over it because
Like just about
it's-
threat level for a guard.
yeah, it's red level. no, I just wanted to because
A random
the-
fucking wizard
I cannot
appears
go
in his face
past
while he's
20
on the
feet,
wall,
otherwise
right?
the disc disappears and everyone that's sitting on it just
Sure,
falls
sure,
down.
sure.
So that's why I wanted to know how high the wall was.
Yeah. So as you're kind of making your way along this like very yeah, I was going to mention there's 3 major roads connected. There's 3 major gates, as you could see when you crested the ridge. The first one is kind of the one that you'll probably be heading towards, which is the biggest one, and it seems to be connected back up to the main highway that you'd been on for the majority of your journey. The other 2 roads are going. One seems to be going further north, and one seems to be going southeast. Kind of, you would imagine that one, if it goes far enough, would eventually get to Kubla.
Where are we going
Mhm.
next?
Didn't Kubla invite us or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
They also have camels.
Do they have
They're
ivory?
also, like,
I need
really-
an ivory statue.
I guess it would have
You were told you could get ivory in the
in this town maybe, yeah. So let's try that.
the DM hinted
Yeah.
that would be doable.
hinted. The DM told you you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you're kind of making your way towards the main gate, you pass kind of a boggy area, and you can see a row of about 5 sewer exits here, feeding into a river that kind of a very smelly river that kind of makes its way down down the mountain.
Is this
Yeah.
where the entrance?
No, this is not the entrance. Come on.
Oh.
Don't be daft. And maybe about 20 minutes later, you do get to the main gate. And Marga kind of leads the way forward. Just flashes the badge, and you guys are all like waved through basically. There's no security checks or anything like that when you're accompanied by the executioners. So once you're kind of inside the city, Lady Mytasian kind of comes up towards the front of you and says, I'm going to escort you up to the upper circle, where you'll be accommodated, and I'm going to have to arrange a new guide for you. So I would ask you very politely to remain in your accommodation for the next I
Could
don't know,
Marga
2
not
hours or so.
guide us?
Who?
Marga.
Oh, Margaret is like she when you say that she's like sorry guys, I kind of have to get back to my other duties now.
Too bad.
Yeah.
No.
No, don't worry, I'll see you around.
Can't you do show us a bit of the town maybe later?
I'll see if I can. I'll see.
I still have some pancake left.
Right,
As well, you control
okay.
yourself. You already have a girlfriend.
Okay, fine.
I'll
no
see.
way you would cheat on Dorothy, come on.
I think you guys were supposed to get a tour and that'd be pretty boring. So I don't know if I kind of want to do that.
You could
But
make
we'll
it
see.
more exciting.
Nothing
Yes,
was
don't you have
boring
like the
with
cool
us.
spawns?
Oh no, I really just don't want to do that. So
Wow.
I'll catch up with you guys. I'll catch
I
up
like
with you
her
guys later.
honesty.
Yeah.
For something a little bit more entertaining.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, I kind of have to get Urda kind of like settled in now. So yeah, see you guys later. Kind of sets off waving.
Okay.
And you see kind of Lady Mytasian like breathe out a little sigh of relief as she leaves.
She's much nicer than she sounded.
Who? Marga?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he heard the orbs. So
Not that anybody knows.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Lady Mytasian leads you up, and this city is very vertical rather than horizontal. It's not like the capital, which just sprawls endlessly, but like it's mostly two-story buildings.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like 4 and 5-story buildings, all very tightly and neatly clumped together. And the whole thing is just in the shadow of these like inner rings, which kind of loom above the rest of the outer district. And you make your way up towards it, and there is you see there is a main gate to the inner district, which seems to be a sloped loop along the wall going up, and that's for kind of carts to get up. But you guys just take the steps up. It's much quicker.
Can I just say one thing, bro?
Yes.
I want to be looking around and making sure I make note in my head every sewer entrance that I see.
Cool. Do an investigation check for me.
By the way,
I
bro,
got it.
Yes.
it's now a good time to have a break, maybe?
I think David has to have a break, like
Oh,
on the dot at 9, is what he said. So we'll take a break
Yeah,
then.
that's in like 10 minutes.
That's funny because my mum has literally just messaged me as you were saying that, saying, come and meet me now. So we could go for a break now if that's okay.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds
Break
good.
time.
Yeah.
Alright.
I just rolled a 13, Brooke, so not that high. So.
I
Just
also
you could
want to
not have timed that
be
message better.
Rick.
Yes.
I also want to be studying the guards' outfits.
Sure. That's no problem.
My investigations are not. God damn it. I don't see any sewer entrances.
Oh, you see? Don't know. You do see some.
Okay.
Yeah, you do
Right,
see some.
see you in a bit, guys.
More like drains and stuff.
Yeah. God. Time to juggle. Juggle, juggle, juggle. Oop.
Right, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Well, let me actually make this thing join again. There you go, Brooke. Hey, Brooke.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. Could you add the bot to this D&D server? Then we
Oh,
can use
yeah,
the
that could be
bot
doable.
for audio.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Hmm.
Uh,
I'll just link you the website. There you go. I actually just added it to the other TeamSpeak, the other Discord as well. So it's back in there. Oh, you might. It might also not fuck your internet connection that much because it's in
yeah.
Discord. Can we actually make playlists on this? Again, is it working or not, bro?
I have no idea.
What do you mean? Did you not go to the website?
Oh, I'm not gonna set it up now.
Just give me. I'll do it for you if you want. Just give me a minute. It's not that much. It's just like one thing. I don't think I can actually add it here.
There you go. I think I gave you admin.
Let me try. Click on the link again. Yeah. So no, this is not just face. Let me refresh. I'm only getting border patrol and grab at my rights.
Rhythm bar. Turning on using the
Yeah, we're
instead of
trying to.
what is it?
Yeah, it's like you can just add play songs to it on Discord itself, so you don't need the. But no, Brooke, you didn't give me full server rights.
Okay. Mythics, I'll sort this out
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, sure. I love how there's two options: invite bot or have an Existential crisis. Who am I?
Right, I'm back.
No.
No, Dave. We might get rhythm on this server as well. We could use that
Oh.
for.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
yeah,
queue up,
yeah.
I
That'd
can
be
queue
good.
up ear licking videos on this server.
Him.
God.
I also added rhythm back to the just a
Has
phase.
it been fixed yet?
Yeah, I added it back.
Okay, nice.
We can go in there and add a song to it just to annoy the people there. Nah, let's not do that. Yeah, Matt, I really need to commentate about trinkets. So excited about his trinkets. What's Wizard's base AC again?
Who's base AC?
What is base AC again? How do you calculate base AC? Base AC.
Wait, I see it's 10.
Isn't it like each class is different, isn't
Yeah,
it?
10 plus his dexterity modifier. I just needed to know. So it's 10. Where are we? So it's
Mythics.
So I have a 13 armor class. So just need to know that. So what? Yeah. What's the question?
When are you going to be doing a goblin one shot?
Still haven't started working on it at all. Eventually, maybe. Why? Why, Dad? Why?
Because I'm looking forward to it.
I'm thinking if I make it, I think I'll make the characters in I'll make a few characters and everyone can choose one of them. So it's like
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do one shots.
yeah. If people more than one person wants the same one, then I guess the person that wants it more, or you can roll for it, I guess. Or it can just make it completely random. That might even be more fun. Everyone rolls and the number you get is the character you get.
Mm-hmm.
That might be even more fun. But yeah. I don't know yet. We'll see. I think I'm just gonna make the story is all about forgetting names because you guys are just gonna kill the wrong person because you forgot the name because I forget everyone's name. Could be an interesting storyline if you killed the wrong person. Now you have to get away or find a way to fix it.
I like the ones that Crit Roll have done where they've I think it was Liam did it, and each person had their own goal, which they had to fulfill by the end of it.
Yeah.
They were in like the haunted house. That was awesome. Do you
Was that
fucking
goblin?
mind? Huh?
You mean the
No, that
werewolves?
wasn't goblin.
You mean the werewolf one?
No, it was.
No, this
it
is
was
a
like-
while ago. I know the one.
Yeah.
Ashley Birch was on that one.
But no, they were playing.
Yeah.
That was when they were playing themselves, right?
They weren't themselves. They were.
No. This is the one where they were breaking into the mansion.
Yes.
And they had to steal the thing, and yeah,
Yeah.
they were doing like a secret mission for the. Fuck, what was the
What
spy?
they called? That's what I'm trying to think of the name.
Clasp?
The clasp.
Class?
Oh yeah, the
Class?
class. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
that was
Something
it.
like that. Yeah.
I can't remember that one.
You must have seen that.
Well, it was like 2 years ago, probably more. Wait, what the fuck is this? Guardian of the Spring. Gonna jump on your back.
Anyways, what's going on?
I'm doing world quests.
I was done with them, but I don't know. Maybe there's new ones now. But I'm leveling my shaman. He's almost 60 now.
You're done with them? Do you do like all of them?
What?
All the world quests? Or do you just?
I've done all the world quests. Honorbound. I'm done with Honorbound. I've been exalted for a while now, so it's like,
Goddamn.
so
Like after I got,
yeah, that island is less useful now.
after I
The
got
honor.
what do you call fucking revered? I slowed down.
I'm reverted everything else.
I know that
Yeah,
I'm
Revered
gonna
is kinda the
get
most
decent
important one.
stuff. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Like I know I'm gonna get exalted at some point. The gear that I can get from exalted is not great.
No, it's bullshit.
decent.
Blizzard made it impossible for you to get exalted before the raid actually opens, which is bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, well, I've been grinding my ass off, and I'm like still like 6k away from like one of the next one exalted or something. So it's like.
Oh,
yeah.
do you have to be the very end of Exalted to get it, not just Exalted?
No, revert to exalted is like 21,000 rep. So it's like I'm working to get that. I'm at like
Oh, you're only revered at the moment. You're not Exalted.
no.
Ah.
I'm
My-
on
my
about I'm
next-
exalted, but the rest is all revert. Here,
Yeah, I'm about to get revered with Champions of Azeroth. But I'm pretty sure I can't actually get.
wait, let me look. I'll find it right now.
Well, I probably could, but I'm not going to. Because actually, well, no, I definitely can't. I need fucking. What? Where is it? Like 2.5k or something? No. Oh! I only need fucking. I need 1,100
Mhm.
Champions of Azeroth, and I'm just still doing world quests. So, like on a bound, I'm halfway through revered. I'm still not even revered with Tortellin Seekers. I'm nowhere near
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't have that many quests.
Check general chat. That's how far I am right now.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But then again, you actually have like time to do all the world quests. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
sometimes I can do them at work, sometimes not. But mostly I just do it. I make sure I do them every day. If they're worth it at least. Not on
I
Cult
make sure to do
Ross.
the emissaries every day.
Yeah, well, Cult Ross, it's not worth it for me anymore. I only do the ones that are Tutolan and the champions, and if there's artifact power or war resources, then it's.
Yeah, I try to make sure I do all the Azerite power.
Yeah.
That's the most important one for me. Because I'm so close. I'm 97% off.
21?
920.
No. I'm
Nowhere near 21.
I am 40% into 21.
It's crazy.
But yeah.
But you like did a shitload of islands, didn't you?
I've done 50, 60 islands now. Mythic islands.
Yeah.
Tea everywhere.
You spilled tea everywhere.
Yeah.
That is one of the dearest tragedies I've ever heard.
Got it all over my fucking monster manual.
What, really?
Oh, the front cover. It's not on any of the pages. So
Okay,
it'll just
good.
wipe off. But yeah. Actually, to be fair, I think it'll probably wipe off most of the pages. They're very glossy. Something that let it sit should be fine.
Wait, what did you spill?
Tea.
Yeah, I know that, but you spill it on.
Oh, my monster manual.
Ugh.
Are we all back?
No.
I'm back.
Dave?
I'm
David's
here.
not
David.
here. I don't think.
David's not here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, there's quite a few people.
Oh,
not here.
actually, it's 10. I forgot.
I think you'll find it's actually 9.
Yeah, got him.
Got him.
I haven't watched Better Call Saul yet. Need to
Do you know what?
finish.
Do you know what, Brick? I don't.
What? Dude, Better Call Saul is so good.
It was so good, and then I started watching it, and it was awful.
That's not how things work.
Just
It
like
actually continued to be excellent.
the thing is, I'm sure it really did. I just like, I was into it, but not that much.
Oh,
It's kind of like Game of Thrones. Not Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. It's kind of like what is it called? Walking Dead. I was super fucking into it when I was in college, and now I just don't give a shit. I haven't watched it in about 3 years. Rick, when are you putting your shit up on the auction house?
We'll see. Good question.
Because I literally have to do it tonight. Or when I get into raid tomorrow. On Thomas's mount.
They were getting fucking cozy too. I just only got up for 2 seconds.
Wait, what?
The cat.
Uh-huh.
You aren't watching this.
That-
Yeah, the
Oh,
text art
no.
of
Both of them went and
lacing
got in my
around.
chair.
the whole new level.
Both of them on your chair.
Yeah, I remember like getting up from a chair, going to get some more, coming back, and Cat's just sitting there staring.
Well,
at
I
me.
usually the orange one does that, and so like I wasn't surprised to see him. I was surprised to see both of them sitting in it.
Yeah.
I forget that you're in America. And it's like middle of the day.
It's it's afternoon, about 4 p.m.
It's middle of the day. Oh shit, there's ankweed over there.
Get it!
The weed.
5 ankweed, dude! It's a fucking gold mine!
Damn.
Can I have it?
Suck my knob.
Brooke, so when am I getting my flasks?
Why would you get your flasks?
I'm
What have
getting
you given
flasks.
me? What have you given me?
I have given you enough of my time.
He's white knighted you enough.
Yeah.
I don't think he has actually.
So move fast. I'm reading your book, aren't I?
Yeah, but that's in D&D, not in WoW.
Sad face. Didn't I cook for you, Brooke? Didn't I cook for you? Brooke is just ignoring me.
Am I gonna get
Oh,
Brick if I
oh,
make?
do you guys know you get a free 70 high-level equipment crate from Warfronts?
Mm-hmm.
No. That's insane.
What?
Heroic gear for it. That's heroic gear for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen Brooke, but I am back. I'm just eating, so if you want to carry on, go for it.
Okay, roll call.
Nice.
Dave,
Dave is here.
Atsu,
Look
Jared,
at the memes before you carry on.
Mifrix,
Nope, I'm not here.
and Monk. I think we're all here.
Yeah, maybe.
Cool.
Nah.
Biggie cheese.
The truck.
Why do crocodiles walk so gaily?
David, the break's over. Now's not the time for memes. Oh,
Okay.
I like that.
Ah,
That's
ha,
funny.
ha, 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 ha.
Brick, how often do you get your nails done?
Not often enough.
Nah. Same.
Wait, you get your nails done, Dusty?
No,
No, no.
but that's not enough.
Oh no, the poor girl.
I just got killed by
Okay.
a fire mage, Brick.
Cool.
I
Alright, shut
thought
up.
we were starting.
We are starting. I'll see this cat.
Fuck the cat.
how you feel, Lion?
My feline, no.
I think it's a Russian cat, by the way.
Cats aren't rush. No cats are Russian. Ooh.
What? What are these animal memes all about?
Oh, did you not know this? My new next character is gonna be a druid. I'm gonna be changing into all these animals.
God, I haven't even started to think about character.
Your next character
Short
was the
giraffe.
bard.
I want to be a short giraffe.
Bard named fucking Flan.
No, what was it?
I'm Flynn's
Glenn.
retarded brother.
You can play
Glenn the Bard.
You know, I'm kind of sad, Brooke. Like,
I'm
you know,
Glenn the
new
Bard.
character from Critical Role.
Shh.
Yeah, it's fine.
Some
Brooke is
people are
ignoring me.
behind.
Well, anyways, that new character should be a druid.
Shut up.
It should be a druid. I'm just saying. Doesn't matter if it.
No,
Yeah.
I think it makes
Now
sense.
you
the way
just
it is.
fucking.
I think
ruined
he
it.
should have been a druid, not a cleric.
He. Shut up.
He.
Yes.
The characters and he. Yeah.
Okay, let's get
How
back
far
into
are
the
you?
game.
Okay.
Just.
Yes, please.
I'm quite far behind.
I don't give a shit if
Stop
you're far
being
behind.
far behind.
I can't help it.
Yes, you can.
Where we at?
We went to lodging, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
so
just
I'm
started
gonna
with,
say.
No, we were just walking like
escort.
through the city.
Oh yeah, you
and-
went through the gate up towards the.
And we were like waiting for 2 hours for a new guide.
Yeah. Okay. So shut up. I know where I am. So you guys have gone up the stairs into the inner ring of the city, and now you can see directly to the base of the inner citadel, the fortress, the huge towering castle, basically in the middle of the town. And Mytastian leads you to the base of this huge fortress, to a establishment, a 4-story establishment built into the actual base of the citadel, and you can see like at the buildings have actually built into the huge stone wall, like the base of it. And this is one of those buildings, and it's called the Royal Feet. And it seems to be just like a relatively nice hotel, nothing too fancy. And you are shown inside by Lady Mytastian, and she says, and I'm going to have to ask that you wait here for about, hopefully no more than an hour, maybe 2 at the most. I know.
We are not allowed to look around, or we are, or.
You'll have a guide, a tour in no time. I just don't want any of you getting lost, wandering
Okey-dokey.
off. Because I think there's a schedule. Yeah. So that's Brooke yawning.
I feel you.
Oh, that was a big yawn. Yeah, I think there's I think there's baths here, so if you want to just have a soak, warm up a little bit, have a change of clothes because you've been traveling for quite a while now. Yeah, you're within city walls now, so you can change out of your combat gear if you so desire.
My combat gear is what I'm wearing the entire time.
Same.
Yeah.
And
As
having
Molian looks at his clothes, and like, this is not good. It's good, right?
I'm stylish all the time.
Okay. Anyways, bath.
Oh, bath.
Bath
nice.
time. Bath
Sounds
time.
good.
So, oh, good lord!
Should we just call
Fuck
it,
off,
Brooke?
yawn.
You might want to need to go
No,
to bed.
because I'm not going to bed. I'm just yawning.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've lost the plot now. Yeah, there's baths. They're not like open plan hot springs baths or anything
No,
fancy
no.
like that. It's like raw iron tubs, basically. Brass. Well,
Are they
I can't
communal?
remember. No, no, that's some weird Asian shit, dude.
What?
This is more like repressed European. Completely wrong culture if you want communal baths.
I mean, I feel like Dusty would just make a communal.
I mean,
Push two tubs together.
Dusty, have you seen your level 7 spell that you can get next level? That is amazing.
Oh, depends which one.
You can make it an entire temple up here.
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Just put a
Yeah, but
put a bath in there.
that's so unlike
stuff.
Dusty. Dusty never talks about his god.
I'll have to start doing it more then.
You've spoken to somebody once, and you're kind of like so awkward.
I've
about
heard plenty about Dusty's god.
Oh god.
You should help me talk with her.
No, thanks. I could go without ever meeting her again, probably, to be honest with you.
Wait, you met Dusty's god?
Maybe.
Oh.
You don't know.
I love that. That's the in-character answer.
I met.
Bitch, you don't know?
Oh god.
Cool.
Anyway,
So
yeah.
it's
Take
still
baths.
pretty early in the morning. Probably. Actually, no. What am I talking about? It's more like 12 now.
Yeah.
And I'll say that you guys have pretty much you can finish up having your baths and stuff and get changed and whatnot, and you're feeling refreshed. First good bath after a quite a long, like a month-long journey.
Do you find his bar?
No, it's not. Oh, excuse me. Lady Mytasian and another lady join you in the kind of like the foyer area, and Lady Mytasian is accompanied by a very peculiar looking woman. She has goodness, where am I? What? I'm lost. Oh, finally. I got lost in my notes. I couldn't find her. Okay, I'm here. Yeah, so she has kind of very formal, almost academic-looking red robes. She has very pale white skin and like a really crazy hairdo. It's very up and very big, and she has very like white hair as well. She looks relatively young. You would guess that she looks like a very flattering like 40s, like a very fortunate early 40s is what you would guess.
Okay.
Like a very fortunate early 40s.
Okay, she's the milk, get it.
I don't know, because I feel like a MILF needs to look older for the whole thing to vibe. I don't know. I'm not an expert on MILFs,
Wow,
guys,
this
sorry.
is going to places. An
Um,
analysis on MILFs and why people.
I would actually I could use that. I'm very lacking on my MILF knowledge. It's not an area of expertise for me.
Starts
Get
with
on it.
name. Mother, I would like to fuck. Rule number 1.
Don't think that's how MILFs work. I think you're supposed to be doing it with someone else's mum. There's another word for that kind of MILF.
Ow!
God.
What?
Anyway.
Can I ask what you
Oh,
thought
God,
I
dude.
said?
You're talking about fucking your own mum. That's a MILF. That's
No.
my mum I'd like to fuck.
What it stands for?
Are you okay?
I don't know how these thoughts.
Kieran, you need to
in your
you need to
head.
breathe. Still breathe. Breathe. Breathe.
Rick, what goes through your fucking head?
I'm crying.
Oh my God.
Oh bless.
Kids.
I'm gonna fucking set her off again, but
I'm trying so hard to breathe.
Oh, you're making me laugh. Shut up. Okay. Yeah, and she's introduced as fuck, I haven't lost her again. Come on. Here. She's introduced as Magister Arcelia.
Magister.
Magister.
Oh my god.
No, that's the memes channel.
Oh.
There you go. Magister Arcelia.
I'm gonna write down Magister Marcel because our other one got squashed.
Yeah. It seems like you might have gotten a little bit of an upgrade.
This old
It's
one
not hard.
got squashed. Squashed by boulder. By boulder. Has to be added.
Ah! Oh god. What's that from? What's that from? Oh, that's from Fallout New Vegas, I think. Oh god.
This train just keeps crashing, like
Yeah.
getting back on the track and then just derails again.
And
Nice
she,
to meet you.
Arcelia, kind of curtly greets you all. This one seems even drier than Mytasian, even less fun than Lady Mytasian. And
Well, that remains to be seen.
she has a she kind of has a like a book underneath her arm, like a more like a ledger, I guess. And Mytasian kind of says, "Right, I'll leave them with you while you fill them in, and I will rejoin you shortly. By the time you finish the tour, I'm sure."
Why is everybody leaving?
I just have some quick duties to attend to, and then I'll be back. You will be happy to learn that I have been assigned as your fuck, what's the word?
Guard? Bodyguard?
Chaperone,
Chaperone. There you go.
I think is the.
Dusty
the
really needs a
word?
chaperone, so that's fine.
I've been assigned basically as your personal watcher while you're in the city.
That's fair.
Well, it's honestly it's just common policy, really. We're a very secretive, maybe not secretive is the right word, more like secluded city, and typically we just keep a very close eye on foreigners. We have a lot of bad history with foreigners, so yeah, it's nothing
Well,
personal.
that does make a good impression then.
Yes,
Yeah.
now's a good time to start.
Yeah. Yes, especially Dusty made a really good impression.
I made a very good impression this morning.
Yes, exactly.
Right, well, like I say, I will catch up to you probably about halfway through the tour. And I believe we'll be eating dinner tonight with the Crown Prince.
Okay.
So you'll probably be meeting at least one more member of the Executioners tonight.
Okay.
Would
Okay.
you like
So
a cook?
we're not meeting the king tonight?
No, I will leave all of that to the Magister.
Alright.
And the Magister kind of like looks down at you and, oh, excuse me, pulls out the ledger and says, "Yes, there is a relatively tidy schedule that we'll be following." And she flips open to a page and says, sadly, you were a little bit delayed, so I'll have to cut the tour of the city somewhat short. We were going to give you most of yesterday to get settled in, but you lost a day journeying, which is regrettable, but nothing we can't work around. So we're going to have a more of a concise tour. followed by a dinner tonight with Crown Prince Tunderlif. I will drop the full title in here.
Thunderlift.
Thunderlift. I was thinking lift, but okay.
Thunder.
Thunder. Thunder.
And you do know this name because this is the prince that you were informed is receptive to the mission, so to speak.
Mhm. Does he know of the mission? Do we know that?
No,
You'll have to consult with your handlers.
I do not think so.
Yeah.
He is. You will have picked up that he is somewhat aware of the mission. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who,
he
the
is.
Crown Prince?
Yeah, he is actually the one
why.
who arranged the whole diplomatic envoy
Oh,
to
wow.
the capital, to
shit.
the city. Yeah, which is why you're meeting with him first.
Yeah, I wasn't really at that meeting, remember, guys? I just got.
I mean, Surim and Namala have been with you and are still with you this whole
Yeah.
time. They are literally your handlers.
Yeah, I know, but
So like
That's really-
there have been plenty of time, literally a month on the road to fill in lots of gaps.
yeah, but you don't really want to talk when the people are around, you know.
Yeah, especially once you've crossed the border into
Mhm.
into Thrice, like the main country of Thrice. There's been way too many years.
Yeah.
They could be watching us too.
Well, that's the nice thing of. Oh, I actually can. I have 2 spare rings. Can I give them the 2 spare rings?
Yeah, of course you can.
And then they can actually be on the network as well.
Probably better give one to Leo and one to either Surim or Namala.
Yeah.
Seeing as Leo is a fighter and Surim and Namala are more
Yeah.
information.
Yeah. Well, at least we can communicate with them without communicating with them in a sense.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool. So the Magister says if you are all ready, we'll proceed with the tour. It shouldn't be too long. Just going to stop by some of the main sites, and I'm sure you'll be able to pick up something to eat as well.
yeah.
So I'm not going to go into too much detail because that could chew up tons and tons of time.
Yeah.
This city is kind of odd in that there's a lot of money in this city. There's a you pass by, oh god, you pass by an open amphitheater where a play has been enacted. You pass by a herb and a flower market where people are trading fresh produce and as well as like bouquets of flowers and rare mountain flowers and herbs. There are fancy garment shops and restaurants as well. You notice that there's no sign of any kind of weapon, magic, or adventuring shop of any kind in this city.
Do I see a shop that has maybe ivory?
Yeah, that's absolutely doable. There's all kinds of like artisan and craftsman shops all over the place.
Do we get the option to go in, or?
Yeah, you're on a tour. You're not
Okay.
nailed down. So yeah, absolutely. If you see somewhere that kind of grabs your fancy, and you see a craftsman, kind of like a furnishings place. So there's tons of like. There's some like statues in the shop window, as well as like furniture and lamps and stuff. All kinds of very high quality kind of furnishings for a place.
Yeah.
Busts, lots of busts. people that you don't
Right.
recognize. Yeah.
So I go in.
Sure.
I want them to make me the thing I need.
So, how may I help you?
I would like to something made from ivory, and it has to be encrusted with diamonds.
Diamonds?
Yes, diamonds.
Diamonds?
Can you do that?
I don't think we've got any diamonds.
I look at like the party. Anyone diamonds?
Would lesser gems be fine? Does it have to be diamonds?
Let me see. Let me see.
Doesn't have to be diamonds.
Let me check. Statues of carved in ivory with gems. Just normal gems. Yeah.
Oh,
Can be just
okay.
gems. Yeah.
1,500 gold worth.
And of you.
Yeah. It has to be of me. Yeah.
Well, would you mind stopping for 30 minutes so I can just take a quick sketch?
Can we do that? Looking at the guide.
The guy's like, sure, I can show. I'll tell you what. Why don't we get some afternoon tea next door,
Yeah.
and once you're done, you can come join us.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank
And you guys are treated to a incredibly fancy looking, but kind of not like what's the big deal? Kind of lunch of little sandwiches, little cakes, a like some tea. It makes you feel like this is probably way overcharged for what I'm getting here. But it's nice. It's nice enough. I
Well
guess.
made.
Sure. I mean, how well can you make a sandwich? You know.
You can make it pretty good.
I don't mean to blow my own horn, but yeah.
Like a pretty good jam sandwich.
I mean,
it depends on the bread, the ingredients inside.
It's
what
fine.
they
It's fine. Dusty, you are thoroughly underwhelmed
are. Oh,
as a chef.
So I asked. How much would it cost for the 1,500 gem plus?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if 1,500 your budget, I'll make something that's worth 1,500.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty easy.
Okie dokie.
I
Then I'll
thought
do that.
1,500 gold of gems.
Yeah, I think so too. It's like 1,500 worth of gems, and then the statue. So I'm guessing it's like, how much would the statue of me with the gems cost?
No, it's all together. The
Yeah?
whole thing has to be
Oh,
worth 1,500. Yeah, because ivory's not cheap.
No. Okay. Okay. Then I
mean,
would like that.
Okay.
I do
Do I
have
need to
some of the
pay
gems.
upfront or?
Yeah, and I'll get it ready for you by. I don't have any orders in, so probably tomorrow.
Can I like that it be sent up to the inn we're staying?
Sure. Where are you staying at?
Wasn't it the feet, the
Yeah.
King Feet Inn or something?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Royal Feet.
The royal.
Royal Feet. There you go.
Wait, that's an inn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you could send it there, then I'll just pay him upfront. So I'll just pay him 1,500.
Sorry. Cool. Thank you so much for doing business with me.
Thank you.
You guys are picking up that there's no party spirit in this town. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I love
It's very there's artsy shit going on here, but like everyone seems kind of miserable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask
Um,
for like some spices for my tea?
You can't get spices, but you can get all kinds of floral teas.
I'm good.
Because I'm pretty sure that's how tea works. You don't get spices in tea.
No,
I
but
don't think.
I mean, if you have spices externally,
Ooh.
you can put some in it.
I need to
Yeah,
know
you
how
get some
how
cayenne pepper go nuts.
Yeah.
I just real fast run to for Flynn for help. I'll be right back before you start drawing, and I ask Flynn what kind of pose should I take for my statue.
How about the thinker?
I mean, you're quite smart.
Oh, reading.
Maybe a book.
maybe you could do like some kind of pose where you like a book in one hand.
The thinker.
Yeah,
Fine, I'll do the thing.
but I can't say the thinker because the thinker doesn't fucking exist in this.
Okay.
Well, maybe you need to be on your cushion because you're always on your cushion.
Yeah, I like that idea. So
Like,
yeah, I'll
you could be on your cushion, kind of doing the thinker pose while reading a book or something.
I liked it. Thank you. So I run back and I sit on my pillow and take out a book. I'm just reading a book on my pillow. That's my statue. I like that.
Okay. I can't stop yawning. Need some coffee.
Yes, I know my statue is really boring. I'm sorry, Brooke. Guys.
Cool. So the highlight of the tour comes after you've kind of finished up for tea, for your kind of lunch, I should say. And you are led to a kind of a what can only really be called a street match of some sport that you're not familiar with.
Sport.
So there's this dugout area about the size of a basketball court, and there's seating kind of all around. Not too much, but enough for like a small crowd of about 100 people to watch. And this sport is played kind of like basketball, but instead of a court, it's played on 10-foot wooden poles, which go up from the bottom of this dugout pit. The players seem to be passing a ball around the court, and as soon as they catch the ball, they have to stay on their current pole, and they're trying to score through a vertical hoop.
I want to play this game.
You see, it's a pretty heavy contact sport.
Of course, that's why I want to play this game.
Yeah, including some very nasty falls.
Absolutely.
Can I just not cast fly on someone and not go into the...
I would say that you're probably a smart enough person to know that magic is typically frowned on in athletics.
God damn it.
Yeah, which is why you've had very little interest in the whole pursuit.
Yeah, stupid. Just use magic, then you don't have to
Midrealm
fall.
does have some sports, but obviously the biggest event there is like the Royale.
Aren't there any
and Melee
magic,
and stuff.
like magic Olympics or something?
book club? I don't know.
Magic Olympics.
Spelling bee for spells.
Yeah.
Cthulhu, can you use it in a sentence?
Ew,
Can you use it in a dirty sentence?
dirty. Anyways.
My
I've
God.
seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Yeah, and you kind of just, I imagine, kind of watch these guys play for a while. The general idea is that you can like try and intercept people while the ball's being passed around, but once someone catches the ball, you're not allowed to touch them until they make their shot. So yeah, there's a lot of like shoulder charging and sending people tumbling down 10 feet down their poles. And a lot of injuries all around, but it does look quite good fun.
Is Dusty healing people?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Okay, DM. DM, dude. Savage.
Favor.
There's also like
Yeah.
towards the end of the tour, you're shown past like an art gallery in a museum that you were going to get shown around, but with limited time, you're going to have to miss out on that particular delight.
I feel like we would want to play instead.
We could do
No,
it.
you-
What are you
yes.
talking about? I want to
What
go in a
museum?
museum. Sheesh.
It's probably after the museum that Lady Mytasian meets back up to you. Slightly a little bit more dressed down, still wearing some leather armor, but not quite as full coverage as before.
Still got her hat.
Did she have a hat? Oh yeah, she did. A huge one. Yeah. Of course she does.
Cool.
Where are we up
It
to?
is hot, hot, hot.
It is. And she is. She says that. Well, it looks like you guys are bored, pretty shitless. So we can head over to the Crown Prince's manor house if you're feeling hungry or thirsty. If that may be the case.
Hopefully.
I wanted to see the museum.
Was there any of you guys wanting to do any like scouting or scoping out as you're getting a tour? Is there anything you guys would be looking for?
I'm still looking at the thing I
mm,
said.
I think
Sewers.
Frank said sewers. I
Mhm.
said guards. What the guards look like, what they wear.
Sure.
Also try to
Uh,
see ranks, like ranks of guards.
Go on, make 2 fresh investigation checks since you had a full tour to be looking around.
Let's see. Investigation.
You would maybe be on the lookout for powerful individuals.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Big boy 24.
Well, why did you roll twice?
You said. Oh, sorry. I thought you said 2 investigation rolls. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
no.
one for me, one for you.
Sorry.
It says 15 and 14.
Yeah.
You can still spot out like drains and stuff. You're not seeing any like major entrances to sewers though.
Brick, can I also just link you this?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, you get your 1 hour. There's no check needed on that.
Yeah.
You get your more than 1 hour observing guards. You also think you can see some kind of rotation. The guards go in pairs of 2s, always in pairs of 2s.
Okay.
They're all humans. You're not seeing any of the kind of like it's almost a
Elves sort of thing.
Mhm.
I'm not seeing any dwarves or elves or any of that.
yeah,
bullshit.
not like you see the occasional, but not many. Kind of a unique property of Midrealm. Is that the dwarves kind of founded their nation on the principle of free trade and brought in as many of the surrounding races as they could.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get your 1 hour. You're looking for powerful individuals
Mhm.
with a natural 20, right?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm gonna give me a second. Oh yeah. Out of the corner of your eye, down the street, kind of just like almost by accident, you catch sight of a very. It is almost like a quick double take, is what you see. You see a knight dressed very differently from the surrounding guards. Their armor is just completely black. They're probably about 6.5 feet tall. And they are strolling towards the entrance to the Citadel. And even out of the corner of your eye, you don't see them for very long, but you get a real bad vibe off this dude.
Okay. So they like have helmets on. I don't see his face or anything.
Yeah, it was like full, kind of like Hrongar was just like fully plated up. This dude is also fully plated up. He's nowhere near as tall as that guy. Obviously, Hrongar was like over 8 foot
Did
tall.
he have similar armor as Strongar?
No, but they were both wearing very unique crafted armor. Like no uniform to it whatsoever. It's clearly like their own armor. But this guy's armor is just completely black. And at that distance, you can't really notice too much, even with the 21. You can't really notice too much like finer details. It is a long, like it's kind of just a corner right thing, and you just got a bad vibe.
We're going off on our own right now. We don't have an escort.
Yes, we do.
No. This is you were being shown
Part of
around
the tour.
part of the tour. Yeah.
Who was it that led us again?
The Magister,
Right, yeah.
Arcelia.
Celia.
Let's see if she saw him.
She didn't seem to have seen or looked in that direction anyway. I mean, it was looking down a street, so there were other people around, you know. And there's a little bit of metagamey there. Like, this is more like I gave you a flash of a dude that gave you a bad vibe. This isn't a significant event that you would, you know, like.
No, I'm just
what
thinking
was
about
that?
like if I should ask
Yeah.
her who that is, but I don't. But that's cool.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely more of a vibe than a suspicion.
Hmm.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You were looking for strong enemies, and that guy gave you some power levels. Is all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Yeah. So at this point, Lady Mataskin kind of comes and saves you from your tour, and you are escorted to a fairly large manor building, built into the foot of the Citadel, kind of on the other side of it from your accommodation, in a kind of a small, like, you remember in Winchester, that kind of district of all the mansions? Kind of like that. There's about 6 or 7 decent-sized big houses in a row, all built into the foot of the Citadel, going around here. And you imagine that all of these houses belong to like nobility or
Lords and ladies.
lords, ladies,
Important people.
very important people. Yeah,
My people.
yeah, to a degree. Not quite your people with the pointy ears, your people, but you know.
Rich.
You leave my ears out of this one.
And yeah, you are escorted inside. And you know what, guys? I think I'm actually going to call this session here because I don't know. I guess I'm just really tired. I'm like really struggling to like keep the thread going. I've just been yawning up a storm. I don't know.
Okay.
Fair
good.
enough.
Yeah, I just feel like it's trailing off a little bit, and
Yeah.
I'd rather pick up on a stronger foot than give you like a kind of a mediocre final hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for
Fair.
sure.
Yeah.
I
Fair
found
enough.
I found a good place to put it down. I thought that's
Yeah.
fine.
We're just entering the house of the.
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is going to be that's good because that kind of gives me a little bit of time to like spruce that up a little bit and make it a bit more.
Yeah.
Fluff it up a bit.
Gives us some time as well to think about it.
Yeah, you guys need to start making plans.
Plans.
Oh, we already
Yeah.
have a few plans.
Oh, I'll tell you what. One thing the Magister can explain as you're going is the
Schedule?
schedule.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That'll
Can
be
we, like,
very
get a
helpful for
printout
you
of that?
guys.
Can we get a printout of that?
Ask her for a printout.
I want a printout.
No, I'm copying it.
Like a pen and paper shoots out of nowhere and just copies what's on her notes. You know. There you go, your printout.
Okay, I will have to explain some of this because this is definitely in my notes,
Yeah.
note format.
Okay.
Vault
Ooh,
Ball
Vault
tournament.
Ball.
Do we get
I-
to? Oh, we get to participate.
I'm not. So you got how many players was it? Full ball? How many?
Five aside.
I'm not joining. I'm not joining.
Same.
He's too
Mila would have
old.
absolutely no interest in that whatsoever.
Oh, I'm out.
It's fine. Maybe we can get our new friend to play with us.
Yeah, I'll play the elf, I guess, for that.
I assume the spectacle match is going to involve us.
Yeah.
Yeah. go for it.
So that's kind of like the reason that you've been brought is there's some diplomacy happening around the conceit of you guys are going to do some good old fighting for the king's
What?
entertainment or for the emperor's entertainment.
They never
Rook,
told us.
can I just so we we set that up. I do use the statue. Oh no, I don't have the statue yet. I thought I had it
Don't
already.
have the
but I-
statue.
Not
No.
yet. No. Oh, too
You'll
bad.
get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So when it says tour of the Citadel, that's actually like you will actually be invited to stay if you win the spectacle match. You'll be invited to stay in the Citadel for a few nights and actually attend a feast with the Emperor.
I thought
Oh,
we were
so
doing
we
it
have to win.
anyway.
Yeah, that is the premise. The king won't really have any interest in spending time with you if you can't kind of
Prove ourselves.
basically.
Do
yeah,
we
if you
get
can't
to
entertain-
do we get to know who we're playing against?
Oh,
or-
yeah, it's against some of the palace beasts. Is kind of all you're told.
okay.
Oh right.
Dusty.
So,
that,
And you have met like one kind of palace beast, but there are all kinds of different.
I like
palace
that palace piece. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
What palace be? What?
It's kind of palace beast is a term basically used for the king's like
Toys.
gladiator pets. Yeah,
mhm.
like the things that he throws into his arena to watch beat the shit out of gladiators.
So they're actually animals, or are they
They're
They're
creatures.
creatures?
They're
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a demon.
There's gonna be a
There's absolutely
beholder.
gonna be a demon.
Fucking be older.
So you don't really know what's in store for you, and obviously no one's gonna. Oh well, I mean, fuck. I don't know. I'm not gonna say you can't try and get that leaked to you guys over the next couple of days, but
Well,
it's certainly
can we
not being
actually-
shared with you openly.
Can we ask the kings, the guy we're speaking tonight to, Crown Prince?
Yeah,
Maybe
you will
we
be able to ask him. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you can give us.
And I was planning on giving you a lot of like info dumps during the like the feast you were just a dinner you were just going into.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's kind of the reason why I chose to end it now is just because I felt like I would make it really kind of flat and not interesting
Yeah.
if I'm a bit too
that's
sleepy.
fair.
Especially when there's a lot of info dump going on, I want to be kind of like sharp on that.
I'm tired as well, so it'd be harder.
Yeah, me too. Very sleep. Much wow.
Much wow tomorrow. Yes.
Yay!
I'm not excited
Raids!
at all. No, go fuck
I
yourself.
actually have to
All
go
right.
fucking. I
Bye,
have to burn
nerds.
the
I'll
fucking
see y'all later.
nerds. Nerds.
Nerds.
Hey David, download WoW and play WoW
What?
with us.
No, I tried to play WoW once. It sucks.
What? You played fucking hundreds of hours of Terra and you don't like WoW?
Yeah, the combat system in Terra is way better. It actually feels like I'm doing something rather than just like,
I do
here's the
get
spell
that.
I'm using. I'm going to click that.
I do
I'm going
get
to stand
that.
here
I do
and then
get
move
that.
left to right sometimes.
I kind of want to
Like,
play with you guys, but I have to.
Try playing
Then I have to
Hunter.
buy the expansion
Way more
again
fun.
and pay 2 subscription.
I know, it
Why,
sucks, doesn't
what?
it?
Yeah, it's
Why?
stupid.
Monk plays on NA.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know.
it's like completely split up.
Plays with like streaming friends.
Wait.
I think.
So even if you have no subscriptions.
Yeah, you need 2 different subscriptions, 2 different clients.
Yeah.
You need to download buy the expansion twice. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
They should make it cross-compatible.
It
Yeah.
used to be. I'm not sure why they changed that.
It's always been American and Europe. It's always been
Well,
separate.
the raid's out. The raid's out for you now.
It is.
Yeah, you've got the new patch, so like Warfronts and Mythic Plus will be open for you.
Well, there's a
I'll
world boss. You can go
probably,
to.
yeah,
Go to the
I'm
world
probably
boss.
gonna do a world boss after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
you-
what's the first world? Does anyone know what the
Oh,
first
you
world
just-
boss
Well,
for?
are you Alliance or Horde? That's the
A
question.
horde.
Good.
Yeah. What do
Good.
you play? What do you play? What do you play?
And
What's
there's
your
no
name?
world boss.
Blood Elf Paladin.
Okay.
Wow.
Roll.
I'm gonna
Heals,
go-
DPS,
Yeah.
and I'll
Oh, good,
probably
Dusty.
do a
Hey,
bit of
have a
damage
nice
too,
evening.
Yeah.
just like an all-rounder.
I'm going to bugger off as well. I'm going to go and do a normie thing. and go.
Wow talk. Wow talk.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
See you, David.
So do you have like a raid schedule set up with a guild or?
Nah, it's mainly like a couple of good friends that we do mythics with and stuff. So we need
Okay,
to
cool.
recruit more to get an actual raid going.
We have 38 people invited to our first raid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think
I went a little overboard on recruiting. I wasn't counting
To-
how many people we
Rick,
had as
to
we
be
went.
fair, I'm guessing about 5 to 6 at least won't turn up.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Like some
Or
people
will
have
be
let me
showing
know
up
they won't be
late.
able to come, like
Yeah.
Viner. You know.
Well, those
Yeah.
are tentative, right?
Yeah.
So,
Don't know why Viner's tentative. He said he's not coming.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh
he
yeah,
was hoping
talking
like an
recording. What? Hey guys,
maybe
thanks for
one-
watching.